This is Breezy in the Park, and welcome to my top 7 Disney Cruise Line tip video from an experienced cruiser who's done 7 different Disney cruises from the Disney Wonder, the Wish, and the Fantasy. I'm here to help you guys out, so without further ado, here are my tips. All right. Tip number 1, book a hotel at least one night before you sail. The last thing you want to do is be stressed out and potentially miss your cruise altogether. After all, you paid all that money. You can even book transportation that'll take you up from a Disney hotel directly to the port. Regardless of where you stay, make sure you book a hotel at least one night before. All right, guys, do not forget to go to the sail away party. Right after the muster drill, you should be going straight up to the sail away party on the top deck. Get a good area so the kiddos can take a look. If you're not with any kiddos and you're just a set of adults, you guys can definitely get a good vantage point from up high. But what you really need to make sure you do is go straight up after the muster drill. If you go late, then you're not going to get a good spot, and then it's going to be hard to get those cool videos and pictures that you'd want to see. So get used to large crowds around this area of the ship because this is where everybody mainly hangs out during the day. If you look here at night, this is pretty empty, but it is a pretty big area nevertheless. This here is on the Disney Wish. And while the layout can somewhat differ, they're all pretty similar. Cruise tip number 3 is explore the ship. Guys, you paid all this money. Do not spend it just sleeping. Please go take a look at the ship. Early hours are the best time to explore. I mean, look at the views right here. There's absolutely no one walking around. It is beautiful. It's a great time to grab a coffee and take a look at some really spectacular views as the sun is rising upon the ship. Sometimes you can even walk around the atrium early hours or even late at night, and you're going to get views like this with barely anybody in there, and then it's just beautiful. One of the most popular, if not the most popular restaurants for adults is going to be at Palo. Palo is an Italian restaurant that you don't want to miss. It's going to be for reservations only, either for the brunch or for dinner. Either way, you want to make sure that when your booking window opens that you make a reservation right away. You might get lucky and be able to go on the ship up to the front desk and get a reservation last minute if something opens up, but why take the chance when you can just make the reservation in advance? Don't miss out on Palo. One of the more unpopular tips that I think should be a very popular tip is actually get off the ship early at Castaway Cay. This is my thought process right here. So I am someone that's active as well as my family. So naturally we like to do what's called the Castaway Cay 5K, which you get a cool medal for completing. My other reason for getting off the ship early is that it's not as hot. It can get a little bit warm towards the later part of the day. So you want to make sure if you get there early, you get a good spot, get your tanning in before it gets too hot. And then guess what? By the time it does get warm, it's time for lunch. The lunch on the island is not the most popular. There are some excellent ribs, there's burgers. It's stuff you can generally get on the actual ship itself. But regardless, guys, it is a free lunch. They have really good cookies, good brownies, some sweets, even unlimited ice cream as well. So please take advantage of that. What a lot of people like to do is to actually get off the ship a little bit later. So they like to have a nice, easy, relaxed morning, and then they get off the ship a little bit later and they don't want to feel too rushed. All right, we're getting to cruise tip number 6. So stick around for cruise tip number 7, and I actually got a bonus one for you guys as well. All right, cruise tip number 6 is don't skip out on open house. Open house is when you first get on the ship, you are actually able to explore different areas of the ship that might not necessarily be open to you when you guys first leave. I'm talking about, of course, the kids areas. So right here on the Disney Wish, you're able to go down a cool slide, and then you get to explore into the kids areas, which are actually really cute, even for adults to go take a look at, especially if you're a Disney fan. And I would assume you're a Disney fan if you're going on a Disney cruise. So take advantage of what's called open house. Go explore the ship while you're all excited and energized. We're now on to cruise tip number 7. Please stick around at the end for a nice relaxing tip. All right, cruise tip number 7 is going to be to go to the buffet breakfast. So on all the cruise ships, there is a buffet breakfast, where you can get as much food as you guys could possibly want to get your day started. So go to the buffet as soon as it opens before the line gets too long. And my cool tip for you guys is to actually grab some food and take it back to your room. And now for the bonus tip. Guys, relax. You're not going to be able to do everything on the ship. It's not possible. Unless you do multiple cruises, then you can end up doing everything. There is just way too much that Disney Cruise Line likes to offer. So I'm going to leave you here with my final tip is to relax, soak in the views, enjoy the sights, sounds of what it's like on a Disney cruise ship. Enjoy.